I was living in Antioch, California, in an apartment in the hood, down the streets from where I was. A lot of killing, but that's not what I'm talking about. And I was sitting in the front room in front of the fireplace. Why? I don't know why, and I never documented it why. There was, all of a sudden, I saw an infestation of rats. Let's say hundreds of them. That leads up to 1,000. They were in my living room. And the house, the apartment, the way it was built, it had a bar. The bar was to my left. The fireplace is in front of me. Well, the kitchen was as small as this little nook here. This is a nook I'm in right now. My living room space is where the rats showed up. I know this is demonic. These are not real rats that can bite you in being form or human form or whatever you call them, animal form. But they were more so spirit. I'm just a seer and I see things, right? Just recently, maybe about 3 months ago, or maybe less than that, God just let me see in the spirit realm what was running around my house while I'm walking in the natural. He opened up the spirit realm to show me Leatress. Every day, this is what's going in and out of your house. You sleeping, and every day, all year long, for the whole past, when they got there, they could have been in my house the first day I got there. But God decided, maybe 2 or 3 years later, to let me know, Leatress, let me show you, kabashata, was roaming in and out of your house. I did not know it. The grace of God showed me. That don't make me no prophet. That just let God put me in on what's going on in my house, right? So those rats that was running on my ground were going in and out from the chimney. I don't get that. I don't understand it. But I will tell you this. Just because I don't understand it don't mean there's nothing to it. A spirit that was in my mother's apartment, that was in the church, those spirits will go in and out of the door. Why are they going in and out of real doors? So I know there's something to it, but people who are in the realm could tell you why. Okay. Then the next thing you know is I'm watching their nature. Of all things, God got me watching their nature. A host of them are running out of the chimney, running on the side of the wall. Then a host of them are coming from the back room, but they're not in the rooms. They become faint when they get to the hallway. They stop there. I don't see no activity. In the spirit realm, I can see through the walls, and they're not in my bedroom. They're not in my daughter's room. They just stop over there by the door. They all only in my living room. They go over there, and it becomes maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of them over there, but a host of them coming back out of that area, wherever they're going, whatever they're stealing, whatever they're taking, they're leaving that area. And they're coming through the chimney and they're going up out of the chimney. But whatever they're going, they dropping it off there. Then that group come back. So the group, they come there. So you got a group going in, you got a group going in, and you got a group coming out. And they were doing this back and forth. They were running in, running out, running in, running out. They had a system. But there were a few of them, like maybe hundreds of them, that were just scattered around my living room. The workers that was on the wall, they ran the walls, but then you will see a mass of them that will come from under the couch because some kind of way they got dispersed. And they were spread it out, but it wasn't, the majority of them were roaming hug the wall. They will hug the wall to find their way in and to find a way out. The same nature of real rats. The ones that were coming splattered out, I looked over to my right, and there were just maybe about 10 or 15 of them over there. They didn't go in my kitchen. They didn't go in my dining area. They all stayed in the living room. And the massive ones that would, you know how when you make rats run, they were running for the chimney. They were running. So whatever was there made them run. Made them run in, run out. They were running. But these ones that were coming under my leg, they were running up the chimney. Whatever it was. But I felt them touch my leg. I lift up my feet. I knew when they were coming, although I didn't see them under my couch. Yet, I lift up my leg because I knew they were coming, and some of them brushed the bottom of my feet. And I kept lifting. I was not scared. I didn't get up and run. But I didn't get up and bind them. I was ignorant to warfare. I did not get up and bind them. I'm learning now that I should have, but I didn't get up and bind them. Till this day, I don't understand it, but till this day, I'm not giving up until I understand what were those spirits. I can tell you this, my daughter, in 2024, decides she wants to try to take her life.